If you would like to create a fun and unique toy for a small child, then this might be the project tutorial for you. The first thing you're going to need to do is to come up with some fun characters, creatures, robots, or otherwise to use for the project. Next, you'll need some material. In this case, I used a mix of 3mm plywood and 6mm solid wood for the examples. You can use any material you have. Just remember that if you use the printed example, use plywood. If you use the engraved example, use solid wood. Because if you use the engraved example and you use plywood, you're going to get a very interesting effect. Now I'm going to be running this on my xTool S1 laser, but you can run this on any laser that you might have that can do the job. I've designed a basic 3-section layout for the head, torso, and legs for the characters. You'll want to make sure that your different designs lay out in a similar manner. I'm making the size of the puzzle 125mm by 43mm. There's nothing special about this size, it's just the size that I chose randomly for the size of the puzzle that I wanted. You can make your puzzle any size that you want, just make sure that they're uniform with the image size that you made. Once you pull in the image of the character, you'll want to go about lining up the sections with the portion of the image you want to create the clipping mask on. In my case, I went through and created 3 clipping masks for each image. You could do the initial clipping in your image editor before bringing it into XCS, but I wanted to show the work inside of XCS instead of everything outside in Photoshop, Inkscape, or Illustrator. If you're gonna use color prints like I did, I suggest laminating them to ensure they stay clean on the surface. I'll show you a trick on how to keep them from being fully laminated, which allows you to glue them to the wood while protecting the color surface. By placing the sheets back to back, you prevent the lamination plastic from adhering to the back of the paper, which leaves it open to the adhesive. If you are going with an engraved look, you can skip that step altogether. I think if I were to do this over again, I would just print the image out completely and then use my light box to mark out where I want the wood to go with tape. And then I would place it and mark it out with a fine point marker and then cut it. And here you can see that I have made a back piece and additional pieces for the other 3 animals, as well as a few extra pieces just in case. So there you have it, a fun and unique mix and match animal puzzle that might be reminiscent of some children's books. My son loves them, and when I told him that I was making a puzzle like them for a family friend for a video, he was very excited. I'm very interested to see what all of you make, so be sure to share what you create and get out there and laser some things. Thank you for watching.